and welcome to the September 28th, 2017 meeting of the Kern County Planning Commission, which I will call to order. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Mr. Louie?
Here.
Mr. Babcock?
Here.
Ms. Garcia? Ms. Poole? Mr. Sprague?
Here.
Ms. Oviatt? Here. Mr. Murphy?
Here.
Ms. Simon? Mr. Nations?
Thank you. Take us to item B, Commissioner Member Announcements or Reports. Do we have any this evening? Okay. Item C would be the approval of the minutes of the September 14th, 2017 meeting.
Mr. Chairman, if there are no commissioner comments or changes, I would move to approve the minutes
Second.
of September 14th.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Cases, item D, cases withdrawn or requests for continuances. I see we have none on the agenda this evening. Takes us to item E, which would be the consent calendar. Mr. Murphy, are you handling that this evening?
I will, Mr. Chairman. Thank you. The consent calendar, these are items scheduled before your Planning Commission, which are being recommended for approval by staff, and the applicant has been informed of any special conditions and has no objection. The hearing on these items may be expedited if no member of the commission or audiences wishes to comment or ask questions regarding the case. If the clerk could, thank you. For your commission, we have two items that are on consent as identified on the overhead, items number 1 and 2. Item number 1, Wildwood Farms LLC by John Bedart, and item number 2 is BV Dairy LLC by John Bedart. For those in the audience, case number 3 relates to cannabis, and that is off consent and is not part of the consent calendar. The first item on consent is case number 1. This is conditional use permit number 17, map number 141. The applicant, again, is Wildwood Farms LLC by John Bedart. This project is located at 12841 Bear Mountain Boulevard in the Bakersfield area. The specific request is to allow a biomass energy conversion facility in an A district to facilitate the processing of untreated biogas from anaerobic digesters from dairies in the area. Your commission has been provided 2 comment letters we received today, one from Dogger and one from Caltrans. Those concerns have been addressed in both the conditions and as requirements of state law. And therefore, the staff recommendation stays the same. The recommendation is to approve conditional use permit in accordance with the recommended conditions and adopt the suggested findings as set forth in the draft resolution. Case number 2, again, this is conditional use permit number 18, map 141. This applicant is Buena Vista Dairy LLC by John Bedart. This project is located at 19,000 Bear Mountain Boulevard in the Bakersfield area. This request is also to allow a biomass energy conversion facility in an A district to facilitate the processing of untreated biogas from anaerobic digesters and dairies within the area. Again, staff did receive comment letters from Caltrans and Dogger, and our response is the same. Those concerns have been addressed as part of the conditions and as part of state law. The staff recommendation is to approve conditional use permit in accordance with the recommended conditions and adopt the suggested findings as set forth in the draft resolution. That completes the reading of the consent calendar tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Murphy. Is there anyone in the audience that would like item 1 or 2 pulled from the consent calendar because you have questions or concerns or would like to discuss with the commission? If so, those items will be heard in the regular order on tonight's agenda. Any commissioners?
Mr. Chairman, I would make a motion to approve both items 1 and 2 as submitted by staff, and with the additions of the 2 items that we have that are attached.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Cast your votes.
Three ayes, 2 absent, motion carries.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, those actions were final tonight, and I have an appeal that I could read, please.
Yes, please. Thank you.
For projects where the Planning Commission action is final, those actions are subject to appeal to the Board of Supervisors by any interested person, and no development proposed by any application may be authorized until after the date of final appeal. An appeal may be filed with the Kern County Planning and Natural Resources Department located at 2700 M Street, Suite 100 in Bakersfield, with a filing fee of $540 on forms that are available at the Planning and Natural Resources Department. That filing must be made within 14 days of and including the date of this hearing, and that applies to cases 1 and 2 that you approved on your consent calendar tonight.
Thank you. Next item is public presentations. This portion of the meeting is reserved for persons desiring to address the commission on any matter not on this agenda, but over which the commission has jurisdiction. Would anyone like to take advantage of that this evening? Seeing none, we'll move on to public hearings. Mr. Sprague, do you have an announcement you'd like to make?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yeah, I do have an announcement to make regarding item number 3. I have a conflict of interest regarding this item. It's a business conflict through my company, and consequently, I'll be recusing myself from voting on this item. So thank you all for coming out tonight. I appreciate you coming out, and I'm sorry I'm not able to sit here and listen to you, but because of a conflict, I have to recuse. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Sprague.
Chairman Babcock, at this point, we do not have a quorum, meaning we need to have 3 commissioners to take action on item 3 or to conduct a public hearing. Therefore, the only action that your commission can take with the 2 remaining members is continue this item to October 12th, regular meeting at 7 o'clock. The requirements of the public noticing and the government code do not allow for you to take public comment on this item without having at least 3 commissioners. So at this point, with Commissioner Sprague unable to hear this item, I'd ask your commission to let your commission know that we will be continuing item 3, the cannabis ordinance, to October 12th, a regularly scheduled meeting at 7 o'clock. Commissioner Garcia did intend to be here tonight. She had an unexpected serious matter that came up at the last minute that made it unable for her to attend.
Question for council. Does this require a vote? And can we do that with just the 2 of us?
There's no quorum.
So it's just continued to the 12th.
That's correct.
Thank you.
So at this point, Chairman Babcock, you would be adjourning to October 12th, 2017.
Yes. That's our next item on, is item H is a adjournment.
I don't think we have a motion, I
Motion
just
to
think
adjourn.
we're adjourned. Oh, you're here. Motion to adjourn second.
I have a motion, a second to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We stand adjourned.